What is going on, everybody? It is the one and only Q from Retro Q Gaming back in effect as always. And due to some coincidence or some cancellations and rescheduling, I am here to do the Nintendo Direct E3 presentation. I'm not going to do the Treehouse Live, the entire thing where they do all the live streaming later throughout the day, but we're going to look at the first part of it. We're going to look at the first original Nintendo Direct. Before we do that, though, of course, we are missing something like that right there. But we have the Nintendo Direct. It's tipped to be about 40 to 45 minutes long. We don't know 100% just yet. There's going to be a bunch of different stuff included in it. No proper announcements that we know of yet, or at least new ones, because they have said that there will be, what did they call it? Pokemon Sword and Shield will be making an appearance, which makes perfect sense. But what else are we going to have? There's so many things out there that Nintendo's 2018 was so dry and barren that basically everything is being held for 2019 or beyond. So what do we have for 2019 that could realistically make an appearance on here? With the recent restart in development for Metroid Prime 4, I'm expecting that to be off the cards today. It had several years in development and then it was cancelled and they restarted development again. That was only fairly recently, so I'm figured that is completely scrapped from this presentation. I do think we'll probably see some Bayonetta 3 in here. We'll get there. Don't worry, we'll get there. Distracted. We'll get there. Yo, welcome. I'm surprised we're not talking about PlayStation. What are you doing here? This is insanity. But yeah, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought now. I hope you're happy distracted. You literally lived up to your name by distracting me. Oh yes, Bayonetta 3. We'd probably see Bayonetta 3 at this point. It'll probably be a proper gameplay trailer, a proper trailer, maybe even a release date. It has been a few years since announcement and then development and all too. So given the fact that development wasn't restarted like it was for Metroid Prime, it is realistic to expect that this game might be out this year or is significantly along in its development to the point where we might see it next year. What else could we see? There's stuff we already know about that we'll probably see. Super Mario Maker 2 is probably one of those games. I don't have any interest in it myself, but they'll probably feature it in some capacity in here. Also, some stuff that I am interested in that's coming out relatively soon, by which I mean this year, Fire Emblem Three Houses. I think we'll probably see that fairly soon because it's out next month. So I think they'll maybe just give a quick 60 seconds of it to just say, here's Fire Emblem, it's this, and this. It's coming out next month and has a regular edition and a collector's edition and all too. Ah, okay, so I'm narrating your dinner. I see how it is. I see. What else do we have? I don't think they're going to go with the cloud gaming at all. Distracted. We've seen that there was the one or two companies tried it in Japan alone with very specific games like Ubisoft tried it with Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Capcom tried it with Resident Evil 7, and both of those flopped over there. It's just not viable even in such a small country with a much better infrastructure. So I don't think they'll bother with cloud gaming and all that. Excuse me, I'm dying. I don't think they'll try with cloud gaming on a proper scale, at least for this. Luigi's Mansion 3 is something I do expect to definitely see on here. It's scheduled for at some point this year, so I do think we'll see a little bit more about that. I'm looking forward to that game, even if the Switch doesn't have analog triggers. I'm still looking forward to the game. Animal Crossing as well. We haven't seen anything really since the game was first announced to be in development for the Switch. It's again scheduled to come out at some point this year, pending a delay, pending an unforeseen delay. But other than that, that's good anyway too. Of course, we're going to see Pokemon Sword, Pokemon Shield, which super hyped for going to be crazy, insane, and depending on how I can swing it, I might be taking time off work just to play those. Like when they come out, I might take a week off work. I might stream each one 12 hours a day every day. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. What else could we possibly see from this though? There's a bunch of stuff rumored out there. We might see announcements that we already know about. For example, There was a leak a few days ago, but it was officially announced about an hour ago. Bandai Namco officially announced that Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch is coming to modern platforms. The PC and PS4 is getting a remastered version. The Switch is getting a direct PS3 port. We might see a trailer, or they released an 80-second trailer on Twitter, so we might see that feature in here as well. Nintendo's E3 is about 40 to 45 minutes long. Oh, let's see what we got here. My PC conference. No, don't worry, Paul. The PC conference was it was a bit disappointing, to say the least. Oh no, Paul. How did you never tell me this before? You're a Mac user. I mean, all this time you've kept something like that from me. I'm wounded. I'm absolutely wounded. I'm shocked. Shell shocked after all this. But what else? No, the PC gaming conference was very, very meh. But back to Nintendo. What else could we see? We could possibly see. Let's talk old IPs that we haven't seen in a while. We might see a new Star Fox game. Possibly. Because, well, that Wii U thing was no. We could potentially see an announcement of a new F-Zero game. It's been a while since we've had an F-Zero game, so to have a new one of them in development could go really well. What else could we see out there too? What do Nintendo have IP-wise? We're already working on Fire Emblem. Maybe they'll port over one or two more Wii U games. Get the one or two last ones on there that have any use. Let me just see what time we're at. Where am I? What time are we at? We still have about 10 minutes. So we might have games along the lines of Xenoblade Chronicles X might come over. Wonderful 101 might come over. What's the name of it? Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE might come over. The big one, as you can see by my stream title, that I really want, excluding new games and all, but I want a remaster of Skyward Sword that doesn't force you to use the crappy motion controls. If you remember Skyward Sword on the Wii, it had waggle 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 controls. There was all sorts of Wiimote shenanigans, and it was absolutely unplayable because of it. I want a proper remaster of that game because it looks great in high def. By the way, if you've never seen it, before Skyward Sword came out, if you go back, there's actually Nintendo put out a high definition trailer for Skyward Sword. It looks great. It looks fantastic. But their game was obviously released in standard definition, and it looks awful. So that's a problem. I know some of the stuff is designed for motion controls and whatnot too in the game, some of the dungeons and the puzzles and all too, but they could put in a little bit of effort. There's HD rumble and gyroscope controls and all in the Pro controller. They could do it with that. That's a big thing. They need to get on that too. We will probably see Link's Awakening remake. I need to see more of that because the art style is completely up in the air for me. I don't know if I want to buy it. There's rumors of a Link to the Past variant on the same way. We don't know how that one's going to go. But let's see. We've got here. Well, excuse me, Paul. Windows works perfectly. I don't know what you're talking about. We have an operating system that works on billions of different configurations on all types of PCs all over the world. So I don't know what you're talking about. By the way, try play a game on your Mac and let me know how that goes. Used to have that game, and that's why you got rid of it. Oh yeah, I assume you mean Skyward Sword. Yeah, that would be perfectly acceptable. Why Skyward Sword will be gone. What else is there? What else could we see? They will probably have some sort of crazy thing out there that no one pays attention to, like some IP that's just been kind of almost lost, that everyone just kind of forgets about or thinks it was a one-off or something like that. Like, who knows? We might have a new, what is it called? Codename Steam. We might have instead of a new Advance Wars, we might have Switch Wars. That probably won't happen because they developed Fire Emblem. But you see my point. What else could? How much is the new Apple monitor? I didn't pay attention. I know it's exorbitantly expensive because, well, people that buy Apple stuff, sorry Paul, are They know they have to know they're getting ripped off at this point. I mean, who pays $1,000 for a stand with a couple of USB ports on it? I mean, my monitor is a top end PC gaming monitor. Came with a stand. Didn't just cost me just under $1,000, and it came with a stand. And that's only one of my three monitors. So we'll see how that goes. What else is there? Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about the one earlier that we kind of glossed over. The potential for the two new Switches. These have been rumors floating around for a while now. Personally, I don't put any stock in any of them because, well, it's just we'll see. There's two different rumored and whatnot Switch models. I could be completely wrong. One of them would be kind of a Switch Lite or a Switch Basic or whatever you want to call it. It might only be a handheld version with the controllers kind of built into it that don't detach or something along those lines. It might not have a dock, or it might have a dock sold separately, and it might only be able to, maybe not be able to connect to the TV at all. Maybe it only works as a handheld device. That would mess with a couple of games and how you have to play them because of motion controls and some of the other stuff. Maybe they're gonna. We have to see. That's why I. Oh, that flicked. I have to. I'm gonna read this one out now, just because Apple products are for very discerning consumers with taste and panache. I disagree. I disagree, Paul. I absolutely disagree. Absolutely. But you're, yeah. But it's questionable with how they could possibly do a Switch Lite in that regard because of patches and motion controls in certain ways you have to play certain games. As far as the Switch Pro, what could go on there? They could have a new system on a chip. They could have a Tegra X2, or they could have the Xavier version, which is the even newer one again, more powerful, good power efficiency and cooling and whatnot. It might need a physically bigger Switch unit. Who knows? It might fit in the same thing. Might affect the battery life. Might have a bigger battery to get the same time out of it. Whatever. But the big problem with Nintendo Switch is that it is exceptionally, woefully underpowered. It is considerably less powerful than an Xbox One. No, anyone who says out there that basing on the exact teraflops performance equals the exact real world performance is completely wrong, because look at Doom 2016. The Nintendo Switch version is not 3/4 of the Xbox One version. It's significantly lower. Just look at that for almost any game. Hell, look at Ni no Kuni. You're getting the PS3 port and not a remastered version, among so many other games. But the big question is, if they were to do a Switch Pro, what would be the level of benefit we're going to see? They obviously can't bring it up to an Xbox One X level or a PS4 Pro level, so would they be just bringing it up a small bit to in around a normal Xbox One? Would that get games on the system? It's very hard to say, especially when you consider the increased price here in Europe. For the majority of countries, a Nintendo Switch is €330. So you can buy a normal home console for that price. For a little bit more, you can get a PS4 Pro, or for almost twice the price, you can get an Xbox One X. So it's a very questionable situation. It's a very strange situation. Let me see what time we're at. We still got another 4 minutes, but do I think that the possibility of a Nintendo Switch Pro is 100% off the cards? No. I do think it's about 90% unlikely to happen. I do think there is a small possibility for it, but the big question is, Nintendo Switch games look and run so poorly most of the time that what kind of increase would we be looking at them? Look at Yoshi on the Nintendo Switch, Yoshi Crafted World. It runs in standard definition in order to hit 60 frames per second. We have other games which run at standard definition and 22 frames per second. Would this boost the games up to 720/30? Would it boost games that are 720/30 up to 1080/30? Where's the gain here? What are we going to see? We need to know the level of performance increase and the level of visual increase that we're going to get. But the problem is, all of that would rely almost exclusively in docked mode. So you have to wonder, would it be viable? Would it be a viable option if it's just coming in docked mode? But I don't know. We have to wait and see. There's also a distinct possibility, although I don't think it will happen myself, of Nintendo finally adding SNES games to their terrible online service. That's right, you know, paid peer-to-peer and all that. But when that system was originally announced, the online subscription system, when that was originally announced in January of 2017 at the proper Switch reveal, they had SNES games and NES games listed on there. And what they did is on their website, it also referred to as NES games and SNES games. However, a few weeks later, the next time they talked about it, they removed all mention of SNES and they only ever talked about NES on the website and on any type of performance and all that stuff. Oh yes, we well, that's not the way I'd put it, Nick. But I'm going in with hope, but I'm going in very minor at the same time. I'm very minor at the same time. What is this? Oh, someone's leaving me a comment about a different video. I'll read that later because we are streaming our Nintendo. What do we got? We got 2 minutes, so we do have 2 minutes before we're going to start. Once we do get started, as always, varying volume levels and whatnot. Let me know if anything needs to go up or down. But what else could we see? I mean, there could be new entries in series we haven't seen for a while. And then we could have... it was on the tip of my tongue a second ago. There could be a new Paper Mario game. And I'm not talking about a Mario and Luigi Paper Jam or anything. I'm talking about a proper console one for all we know. There could be a sequel to certain games that we don't know about. There could be sequels to Wii U games that we don't know about. I'm out of IPs at this point. I'm out of IP. I'm running through a list in my mind. I'm looking at the picture of my GameCube games and I'm going sideways trying to think of them all. So we have to see. But I'm curious to see what we're going to see that's brand new. That either is it a first party or third party. Speaking of which, Square Enix recently trademarked a collection of mana thing a few weeks ago, and there was no mention of it in the Square Enix showcase last night. I only got to watch that this morning because, well, it was on at like 2 o'clock in the morning. But there was no mention of that in there, so maybe they're saving it from here. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I'm pretty much out of predictions. Oh, and one other one I thought about as well that they could do. They could either release it as a standalone download or give some, some incentive to subscribe to the Nintendo Online subscription service. But they could include Mother 3 as one of those downloads like they did for Earthbound 1 or Mother 1 Earthbound Begins. Okay, let's see. What are we starting with? Remember, guys, let me know how the volume goes with this one. What I would love to see, actually, I just know... Oh, we'll probably see some new Smash info with new characters and maybe patches and stuff, but... Oh, there is announcements of a few Ubisoft games. They're all fairly low-tier stuff. This is Smash, I assume. It's also very pixelated Smash. I thought that's a 1080-50 for a second. Okay, well, this is obviously Smash. We got Meta Knight. And Link. We got some Fire Emblem going on. Who's the new character, though? They're really building up this new character. Someone's coming in to save him. I'm cranking that volume up. Oh, it's Dragon Quest, dude. We'll probably see some of Dragon Quest tonight, actually. The hero draws near. Okay, hopefully that's a bit better. Hopefully it's not drowning out or anything like that. He's right. Oh yeah, we'll probably see some footage of Dragon Quest XI on Switch. They did show a little bit of that last night in the Square Enix one, but I'm sure right now collectively the entire world or the entire internet is going crazy that he's in here. Dragon Quest XI is a fantastic game, by the way. If you have a PS4 or a PC, I highly recommend it. if you like JRPGs. Based on the visuals and oh, it's they're bringing in assist characters from the previous Dragon Quest games. But yeah, because of the visuals and all, I would not recommend the upcoming Switch version, even if it does have a little bit of exclusive content. No, I'm not watching the Treehouse, because that's going to be a live stream all day. That goes on for hours. And they never really show anything cool or super in it. Oh no, they're not assist trophies, they're actual playable characters. Oh, come on. Nintendo, please. I know you suck at online, but... My internet's fine. I'm watching here, and... Yeah, we good. 0 drop frames. Come on, Nintendo. Oh, wait, why is it not... It's not live? There we go. Nintendo being Nintendo. So that's coming in summer. Oh yeah, Akira Toriyama he's all about that artwork. He's been doing it for like 30 years at this point. Yeah, this is what they're going to show. Don't worry about X. You just nailed it, Paul. You just completely nailed it. This is a perfect example of why streaming is not a viable... streaming gameplay and streaming all stuff is not a viable thing. This is something they showed off actually in the one last night with Square Enix presentation. Like the 3DS version, the Switch version has the ability to play in 16-bit graphics. Which, if you're going to play it on Switch, I recommend you use the 3D graphics. The 2D graphics in 16-bit stuff. September 27th.
Hello everyone, I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi from Nintendo. In this Nintendo Direct for E3 2019, we'll showcase a variety of games, many of them coming soon. But
Any of the
before we
first
dig
4
into
games
the
in that
next
series,
game,
Nick,
there is someone I'd like to introduce first. What? What are you doing here?
Doug Bowser.
Wait a minute. There's been a bit of a mix-up. You're not the right Bowser. Sorry, but I'm the right Bowser for this presentation.
Ripperoni. Womp womp. His suits must be... Well,
not this way.
They're clearly...
No. This way.
They're clearly some Emperor's New Clothes
Maybe next
level
time.
Are you related?
No, but we get that a lot.
Well, let's get back to it. Please, take it away.
Hi everyone, I'm Doug Bowser from Nintendo of America, and I'm thrilled to join you for today's Nintendo Direct. This is our chance to show the world we have games for every type of player on Nintendo Switch. Whether you love action, RPGs, or you're just looking for something new, we've got you covered.
But it's E3, so...
Okay, so let's get a look at one of those games by taking a tour of Luigi's Mansion 3.
Here we go. You didn't miss much. You just missed the announcement of a bunch of Dragon Quest characters in Smash and a quick little teaser of Dragon Quest 11 coming to the Switch on 27th of September. But
Luigi's invited to a
jam.
gorgeous hotel with Mario, Peach, and the others. Oh, lucky him. Luigi's Mansion 3. This hotel is much more than meets the eye. For not long after Luigi arrives, Things
Just
take
like Reggie's.
a dark turn. We begin our tour by taking in some sights and sounds. You may never leave. You want to leave. The other guests certainly don't plan to move on. They're ghosts after all, and they're rather aggressive. Simply scare them with the strobe bulb, then suck them up. Luigi's new Poltergust G00 has
it's
the
gonna be
powerful
weird to
suction
play without
capabilities required, and other new features as well.
analog buttons.
First, the slam. While trapping a ghost, slam it on the ground to inflict some damage. It helps to get other ghosts in on the action. Next, the suction shot. Fire the plunger to attach it to something, then pull the string and you can destroy furniture and more. It's effective against certain ghost types too.
Coming in and wreck up the place.
Sometimes ghosts may feel inclined to gang up on you. In such situations, a burst should do. The powerful air pressure released will blow away ghosts, and it's perfect for when you need a little air.
I hope we get a release date.
We simply
Egad
can't
is
overlook
back.
the latest invention from Professor Egad, namely Gooigi. Change between Luigi and Gooigi to use both their skills.
Wait, is that not
Gooigi can do
multiplayer?
everything from slipping through metal fences
Or maybe
to
they allow
walking
him
on spikes. Indeed,
single
there are
player.
obstacles too great for Luigi to handle on his own. And if you pass a joycon controller to a friend,
Yeah, it is just
he
a
makes for a
multiplayer.
great co-op partner. But proceed with caution. Gooigi and water definitely don't mix.
Had a bit of a worry
Now
there. The frame
please
rate
direct
kind
your
of tanked.
attention to the Scare Scraper. Spooky? Sure. Yet it also houses up to 8 players for local
that'd be a-
or online co-op
That'd be a
gameplay.
curious one. Paul.
Defeat all ghosts before time runs out. Seek and
GameCube
find
controller
our
support
dear
with analog
misplaced
triggers.
toads, and face any challenges the tower throws at you together. What a place to wake up in. A haunted hotel with floor after floor of oddities.
It looks good though.
Many
I like how
traps
they
and
design a lot of
mischievous
this stuff.
ghosts lurk within.
I mean, on Luigi's Mansion 1, it
What
was
will befall our missing
almost
Mario
just
and friends?
regular
And his
rooms.
dear brother Luigi. Their fate rests in your hands.
Everything would be better in dark mode distracted.
Luigi's Mansion 3.
Okay. They have a available 2019.
So
but
that was
not a proper
Luigi's
date
Mansion
yet.
3, the latest game in a series that I personally love. And we can look forward to seeing some of the new gameplay elements that await in this strange hotel as we dive deeper into this title on Nintendo Treehouse, live at E3 2019.
Okay, so
We'll be streaming content,
there will be
some
more
we've
later.
never seen before, right from the show floor, including live gameplay of Super Mario Maker 2. And on day 3, our Treehouse staff will get their hands on some promising indie games that are new to Nintendo Switch. While you watch today's Nintendo Direct,
Yes.
keep an eye out for this icon to learn what other games will appear on Nintendo Treehouse live at E3 2019. You won't want to miss it. Or this. Have a look.
right, what's next? It's going to be good. Netflix.
Ogre slept too long.
What?
Far too long.
It's gameplay of some sort because it said not actual gameplay.
What has become of... Oh! Thra, no! What have they done? Avarice unchecked for an age. Evil takes root. Darkness
It looks like it's a
spreads.
Final Fantasy Tactics wannabe.
But from this dark light,
Yeah, it
brighter
is.
than the 3 suns, they spark to life. Heroes of Thra, strong and brave. Strength and bravery alone will not save Thra. No.
This is.
Unlock your true potential. Unite.
Oh yeah,
as
that was all
one.
gameplay, or that was
Only
almost all
together
gameplay in
can we
Luigi's Mansion that we
defeat
saw.
what is to come. Heroes of Thra. They're going to need all the help they can get.
Like all the times she was running around doing smashes, all that stuff. That was all gameplay. It was staged gameplay, but that was the style of it. Oh, it's Link's Awakening. This is the one I wanted to see earlier because of the complete change in art style. But the original is a fantastic game. I don't know how I feel about this. It's such a divisive art style. Oh, that's brilliant. He was going around behind him because that's how you can steal the items from the shop. See, some of it seems fine, but then you see other parts of it. Will we get a release date? Release date? I think they said this year last time. I'm pretty sure when it was first announced they said 2019. To arrange a dungeon? Is it multiplayer? You can customize and check your own dungeon? Yeah, I guess. At time, by the looks of it, as well. Chamber dungeons. So it looks like you can get certain items and certain upgrades this way. September 20th. That's good. We finally have a release date for it. Not too far off either. Square Enix. Okay, this is mana. This is mana something. That's the mana tree. Don't you fucking dare remake the third game. Oh my god, they are. It's Secret of Mana 3. Or Secret of Mana 2, Suiken Setsu 3. What is happening?
RPG Trials of Mana is getting a global release on Nintendo Switch. Set destiny in motion with the power of mana.
I had a big problem with this. Trials of Mana. So they're changing the name of it, so it's no longer Secret of Mana 2. Coming early 2020. I don't know how I feel about that. I love that game. It's a fantastic game. Oh! They're localizing it! Oh my god, they're localizing it! Oh my god, they did it! Later today! I'm buying this shit today. Oh my god. I can't believe it. For the first time ever.
I'm looking for a woman.
I have that Japanese collection. I have... Oh, Witcher 3 is actually coming out. I guess the leak was real. Oh, what's it called? I have a Japanese imported version of Secret of Mana 2. I have a repro cart of Secret of Mana 2, an English repro, as well as a Japanese collection on Switch. I don't even care about Witcher. I don't want to talk about Witcher.
Let's all agree to meet back at the monastery exactly 5 years from today.
Fire Emblem.
Like a class reunion?
You will come,
also,
won't you?
I want to talk about the remake of Secret of Mana 2.
As big class reunions go,
I don't know how I feel about that.
This one's gotta be the worst in history.
Because
what should we do, Teach?
The remake of Secret of Mana was so poor. It does look like a very different remake, though. I look at that, so it has more potential. But I just don't trust them after the previous one. What about
Still,
my PC
we have no
relationship,
choice
Paul?
but
I
to
still love it.
eliminate
It's
those
still here under my desk, and
unreasonable ideas of
I'm
justice.
caressing my PC right now. I love it.
Someone must put a stop to this cycle of the strong trampling the weak.
I mean,
So the
just so we're clear.
even the darkness itself. Yet we have the strength to scale
gonna
the
check
walls
for it
between
right
us,
now.
to reach out our hands in friendship, so we can open our true
Switch is
hearts to
covered in
one another. That's how we win.
My teacher.
This game is going to be fantastic, by the way. Fire Emblem games are amazing. I have the limited edition pre-order. This is the most I've used my Switch in handheld mode in like 2 years.
How lovely it would be for this moment to last forever.
July 26th, I can't wait for that. Oh, I need
Nintendo Switch is the only gaming console you can play not only on your TV at home, but anywhere you go.
I have to text
In
a friend.
fact, with
tell
a
him
system like this, it might be fun to play Resident Evil at a location like this.
Which Resident Evil, though, is the big question. Will they finally get localized Resident Evil 7? Local play Resident Evil 7? They could just be trailers for the
perfect, right?
3 existing ones. I'm trying to find my friend here. This is I have to tell him about this.
No lights?
No lights. Hey, we're there.
Okay. Let's do this.
Night Trap. Yeah, it's the original ones.
Can you open it?
Try. It's supposed to be there.
I'm checking. I have to. Where's the start?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Did it just eat him? It's gonna come back. Okay. Did I get it? I got it.
It's gonna be zombie.
Oh, I knew it.
By the way, for those of you out there who've never played it, the Resident Evil remake and Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil 4 are fantastic. Just don't play the Switch versions. They have performance issues and loading time issues. Okay, Secret of Mana is 2 more Resident Evil. Resident Evil, wasn't that already on there? Oh my god, oh no, it wasn't. No, I forgot they re-released it on the other platforms.
Resident Evil.
I highly recommend everyone plays Resident Evil 5. It's my guilty pleasure game.
Playing a Resident Evil game in a place
But
like
just
that
do not play Resident
might
Evil
not
6.
be my way to
One
play,
of the worst
but
games I've ever played.
I bet you could find your way to play, don't you think? For now,
That's
please
the
take a look.
remaster. I'm not sure if it's a Resident Evil 5 or 6 remaster or just the regular old ports from the original platforms.
Was today the 4th of July? If not, is the Empire striking back or what?
But
Looks
don't
like
take.
things are gonna get weird today.
This is Shin Megami Tensei 5. No, it's Astral Chain. I saw the font that was used. I think this is Astral Chain. Or maybe was the other one Deus Ex Machina?
Real quick. There's probably some planet-eating type dude.
Oh no,
waiting
it's
for me up
Travis.
ahead, all yoked and powerful and trying to
that-
take over the world or something.
That's Robert Nakadone. Suda 5-1 was teasing a proper No More Heroes 3. This could be it.
But don't you worry. A hero descends. What? There are no heroes in this world?
No More Heroes?
Oh, but there totally are. My name is Travis Touchdown. I'm the last hero around, here to save the world. I'm also just a passing assassin. Now let's do this. Start the game.
So there it is. The third one is finally released. Or finally announced.
Welcome back, Travis.
to the Garden of Madness.
2020. So they're already working on it if that's the case. I still can't believe that Secret of Mana stuff though. That's the important one I've taken away today. Almost nothing can beat that.
He led an elite team of Contras during the war.
Are you Contra game?
HB is actually a cyborg. I love him so much. This is Miss Harakiri.
It's like it looks like a twin-stick shooter.
They survived by merging together during the Alien Wars. The gentleman, the sweetest bug you'll ever meet.
You soiled my armor.
This could be the other announcement that Konami was teasing 2 big announcements. One of them was a Pro Ev announcement, the other was a big secret announcement. This could be it. And we all know there is a Contra collection coming later this year. I really hope they improve the visuals though, because they're rough. Roll core. September 24th. Maybe there was a leak recently about an online or a co-op game that was releasing at that time. So, now they're going to talk about this one. So I guess they were mixed up. Oh wow, the Contra collection's out today. That's cool. I hope that's out. I hope that release date is out on everything today because I'm just going to get it on Steam tonight. Nintendo know that their fans grow up as like, not really. But I mean, look at me, I'm falling apart at some of this stuff. Nintendo and otherwise. How do you kill everything to save the world? Well, that's the age-old question.
Begin the mission.
Technically, it does save the planet. Even if you don't save everyone on it.
If you get in our way, we will eliminate you.
A new awakening draws nigh.
I'm turning my Switch back on to check for that download. And I've been such a champion of that series, like getting that game translated for so long. Game NX Machina. I have no interest in this game, and thankfully I don't, because that performance just would have turned me right off. Oh, it's out very soon. Was it confirmed for this year before? Don't worry, Paul. There'll be Wii U ports. There always is. Is this a new Panzer Dragoon game? It looks like it's Panzer Dragoon, but they ported it from the Star Fox. Okay, this has to be a new Panzer. Yeah. What's going to be? Is it a remake? Well, it's just called Panzer Dragoon, so I assume it's just a remake. Or else maybe a reimagining of the original. It's fairly soon, though, if it's out this winter.
Konnichiwa. Hello, I'm Shinya Takahashi from Nintendo. Earlier this month, we held a Pokemon Direct for the latest games in the series, Pokemon Sword,
Nice one, Pokemon.
and Pokemon
I have
Shield.
to pay attention to this.
The developers from Game Freak showcased the new Galar region, the location of your new adventure, and some new Pokemon you'll encounter there. It will be a while until these games launch,
About November. There's that
so please
Dynamax.
stay tuned.
Oh, that's it? No, they have to show more.
By the way, in these games, you can use certain functions of the Pokeball Plus accessory, allowing you to take a Pokemon from one of these games out for a stroll through the real world with you. You may not be able to use the device as a game controller, but if you spend some quality time with a favorite Pokemon of yours, then something good might happen.
Oh, yeah, completely, Paul.
In the Nintendo booth at this year's E3, fans can play Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield for the first time anywhere in
This
the world.
is what I always say. I mean, the
In
first-party
this gameplay
stuff
demo,
on Nintendo
you can
is
challenge
fantastic.
one of the gyms in the Galar region, the one and only Water Gym, where the water-type gym leader Nessa will be there waiting for
Nessa
you.
is the best.
If you're attending this year's show, I encourage you to experience a battle between Dynamax Pokemon, which is an advanced strategy from this region.
Yeah, the Dynamax stuff. No, Score Bunny!
Also,
Team Score Bunny, by the way.
immediately after this Nintendo Direct, stay tuned for live gameplay of Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield on Nintendo Treehouse Live.
Oh, it's Nintendo Treehouse. They're going to show it
And
off.
now
not
I'd
Nintendo
like to
Direct.
shift gears. Please have a look at this.
Different game? What are we getting? This could be Shin Megami Tensei 5. It also could be Astral Chain. No, it's Astral Chain. Fuck!
I've been waiting for you. As you know, Earth is currently under extra-dimensional attack.
Yeah, this is... damn it. This is Astral Chain.
Chimeras. Like the ones you've just seen for the first time. At this rate, all of humankind will be pulled into the Chimera's dimension.
I think that this is made by Platinum Games.
End of the world. Through blood, sweat, and years of research,
I'm not really a fan of Platinum Games.
we finally made it.
I just haven't
The
liked
ultimate counter-chimeric weapon. By neurologically syncing captured chimeras with human operators, we established control and made powerful allies. I'm referring, of course, to the Legions.
the Astral Chain.
I'll give you some parting advice. Your power, it's not the blessing you think it is.
When a Legionis and a Legion are perfectly synchronized, it's like they're two parts of one body.
No use! The override release isn't going through!
That's impossible.
And when half
They're
of
trying
that
to, it's like
body
they're trying to
is
port
about
near
die,
to
the Legion's survival
Astral Chain.
instincts kick in to save it.
No way! There's no way! What good could this possibly be?
Oh, I
it's a long shot,
very
but it's
highly
the only
doubt it's
shot we
going to be
have.
60 FPS.
It's all up to you, my friend.
A blessing from the Legion. Or maybe I should say, a curse.
That voice actor sounds like 2B,
We can't turn back now.
which makes sense if it's Platinum Games.
I've got to know the whole truth. He's still alive out there. I know he is.
Wow, they're releasing a lot of games in a very short period of time. There's 2 games at the end of July, 2 games in September, a couple in November, and now this. No way, Romero? I didn't know he was working on another game for this. I've met John Romero before. He's frequently a guest at a lot of Irish conventions because he's based in Ireland now. It's not their, what is it, Black Rain or whatever it's called game. Empire of Sin. Not sure how I feel about that one.
Death by our hands is not an honor they have earned.
Oh,
They
Ultimate
deserve
Alliance Tree.
something much worse.
Tied him into new Spider-Man.
Even with this
Mysterio.
stone at my command, this may not be a battle we can win.
Wait, did they really get the
Whatever's
voice?
happening, we can beat it. Keep fighting.
Maybe not Tom Holland, but it sounded like they did for Magneto. I'm not talking about the Flash. That won't be Nick Cage. I feel that won't be Nick Cage.
They will pay for what they've done. In blood.
Shout out to Elektra. She finally got featured again since her own film.
is fleeting in the face of Thanos.
Ooh, that frame rate though. I was never a fan of these games. I noticed the third one in the series, but this doesn't do it for me. The Black Order. Wow, it's out this time next month. DLC and everything. Crypt the Necro Dancer. That's no, never mind. I was thinking that's not a. Oh, it's that new game that crosses with Hyrule or Zelda. I was going to say Hyrule Warriors for a second. The Cadence of Hyrule. Don't worry, it'll run smoother on Switch Pro. I'm going to hold you to that one, Distracted. Remember, I'm still going against that. Same actor. Well, the same actor as Spider-Verse. Which one? Boom. How's that? Oh, it's new Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. I think this was already announced before, wasn't it? As long as they use the same animation and actors, Paul, I would be very happy about that. Yoshi skateboarding. I almost want to play it just for the skateboarding. Oh, Tails just dropped a peak. That went very retro for a second. Yeah, come on, I wonder if they're going to throw in esports. You know, that thing that doesn't deserve to be in the Olympics and is not a real category of gaming. Or not a real category of sports. Esports should never be in the Olympics. Ever.
So, what do you think so far? Now for some follow-up information on a game that fans have been waiting for. Please take a look.
I don't know if Cadence is turn-based. It might have just been kind of grid-based, but still live. Like everything just moves in one
Your
square.
attention, please. The Nook Inc. Getaway Package charter flight will soon be arriving at the deserted island.
It's Animal Crossing time. Nook Inc. presents. Yeah, only 8 million bajillion bells that you can pay off in increments. So I wonder if it's going to be very different. It looks like you might have to found the town and start it from scratch. Which would be a nice new take on Animal Crossing. Instead of just becoming the mayor. Multiplayer, new people. Keep them out of my town. Animal Crossing New Horizons. Oh, it got delayed. So I guess, well, that's funny because there was a rumor delay the other day. Nintendo said it's not delayed, and now it's delayed. So this includes everything. 8 bajillion bells. Aww. Nowhere near as exorbitant as I was expecting, but everyone knows.
Originally, we announced this title as a 2019 release. However, we need to change its release date to March 20th of 2020.
You have to remember that Nintendo...
To ensure that the game is the best it can be, we must ask you to wait a little longer than we thought. We hope you look forward to the latest installment of Animal Crossing. On Nintendo Treehouse Live, the game's producer, Mr. Nogami, and the director, Ms. Kyogoku, will come on for a live demonstration of some early moments in the game, so please stick around until it starts. By the way, there are many different types of games coming to
Nintendo
Switch
also
Nintendo
denied
and our
the
partners.
existence of the DS Lite the day it was leaked the day before, and they denied it, and then they announced it the next day, so it makes sense.
And beyond. Let's have a look.
Oh, Spyro. That's been, like, kind of rumored for a while. Oh, Hollow Knight. Okay. That's really popular. Everyone's always recommending that to me. The PS3 port of Ni no Kuni. Fantastic game, by the way. If you do plan on playing it, please play it on PC or PS4, because you'll get the high resolution game, and it's a gorgeous game. So, if you want it to look its best. Blades that was announced at the Elder Scrolls thing the other night. That's the one. My friend Pedro, I heard all about this game, but I'm not sure. You're adamant about the Switch Pro. Well, we'll see, Distracted. I'm still going against you on this one. Sinking City, I don't know what that is. That's something new. Wolfenstein Youngblood. Oh! Yikes! Oh! That and Doom was the ultimate oof. Alien Isolation, I'm surprised that's... Well, it is a 360 and PS3 game, I guess. Crystal Chronicles, I'm looking forward to that on PS4. I want Pedro. This is so bad. I hope someone makes a Deadpool mod for it. I thought Dragon Quest Builders 2 was only a PS4 game. I wasn't sure, I just knew from what I read, or what I saw on the Square Enix one. Just Dance, also coming out on the Wii, funny enough. Not the Wii U, but the Wii. I still can't believe that, oh, Super Lucky Tale. That was announced before, wasn't it? I played the VR version of that. It's actually a really good game, and it works well in VR. Looks like the show is almost over. Yeah, 17. We've been on for 38 minutes for the show. And it's rumored to be 40 minutes long. So maybe they'll have a big closing thing. Which would probably be this as more Smash. Donkey Kong. Banjo. Everyone recommend or was leaking or rumored for Banjo and Smash. And it is rare, so what it was rare. Yeah, it's Banjo. Banjo-Kazooie in Smash. Oh, what a troll! Got him! Oh. Got him! Got him! I know it's real Banjo, okay. Banjo-Kazooie are raring to go. A lot of people are going to be happy about that. I don't like Banjo myself, I don't like Banjo-Kazooie, but that's a big deal because Banjo-Kazooie is a Rare franchise, which are now owned by Microsoft. And we know how Microsoft is kind of open to let stuff happen like this, so... It wouldn't surprise me, but all the movement of the Wiimotes and stuff, as well as for kids to play when they're covering stuff, makes sense. Not to mention it's the Wii. Many families still have to just sit around for games like that, for party stuff. More Smash characters because 70 is not enough. Well, hey, you know, people can be happy about stuff actually coming to Smash. Except, you know, Persona, because Joker comes and then they don't get the real Persona, like they were told they weren't getting. But they get Scramble. I just gotta do it again, guys. I'm sorry. It's... Got him! Got him!
That obviously wasn't Duck Hunt Silhouette, was it?
Those
Please stay tuned for more information about DLC in the future. As for Nintendo Switch, we have more games in development beyond what we've shown you today.
So this must be the end of that.
I'm looking forward to the day we can introduce them to you. Speaking of, before we end this direct,
there's gonna be one more.
I actually have one more thing to show you.
Gotta clean my Switch screen because the dock is so
Thank
terribly
you very
designed
much for watching. Until next time.
that the pressure of the pad muddies up the screen. What is this? Going with a Zelda game. Oh wow, it's like Breath of the Wild Zelda. Is it DLC? It's probably not a sequel, but I'm going to assume it's like a big new DLC chapter. It's alive! Under the castle? The sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is now in development. Okay, never mind. So, it's going to be a proper sequel instead of just its own standalone Zelda game. But it's obviously going to be a long way off. We know how long proper mainline Zelda games do come out apart. I'm just using my Switch here, guys. Give me a second.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to E3 2019.
You know,
I'm Doug Bowser from Nintendo of America, and he is Bill Trinan from Nintendo Treehouse. We're here at the Nintendo booth.
Leave it down a little bit.
Minutes talking about what we just saw in that
the volume
Nintendo
is going down
Direct.
just a little bit.
And
so,
we're going to give you a sneak
because I'm
peek
not
at
going
the
to talk about, or
So
we're not
Bill,
going to watch the
I don't know about
Treehouse.
you, but I think there's a
First
lot
off,
of
there is
folks out there
live
that are
footage
pretty
of me
excited
using
about
my
what they
Switch,
just saw.
so people can't say I don't have a Switch or that I don't use it. This is pretty much all I've used it this year, but still.
The Legend of Zelda series.
So,
like a lot of people, I put a lot of time into the
I mean,
Breath of the Wild.
far be it from
So,
me, of all people, to say, oh,
personally,
such
I
and
am
such a company
incredibly
won
excited that we're
E3.
not
But
getting
for
new
me,
DLC,
personally,
we are getting a
this
full
is
sequel,
the best,
brand new game
this was
in
the
development
best
for Nintendo
presentation
Switch.
of all the E3 stuff so far.
hopefully
Previously,
everyone out there is
originally it was
excited
just
as well.
Microsoft, because that was the
Certainly,
first one
if
I
you're a
watched.
Zelda fan, there was
Then
a
I
lot
saw
to
the
like in
Bethesda
this
one this
Nintendo
morning,
Direct.
and that was
A
terrible.
lot of other
I
things
saw
as
the
well.
Square Enix
Lots
one
of
this
games for
morning
lots
as
of players,
well. I
from
watched
Dragon
that
Quest
after the
11S
Bethesda one.
to
That
even
one
things
was
like
my...
Blizzard
Yeah, this
Moon,
one is going to win.
Dark Crystal, Astral Chain.
Oh, wait,
looking
there's
great.
a...
Was there anything
No, my
in the
system,
Direct
my
that
Switch
stood
is up
out
to
to
date.
you?
For me personally, I'm looking forward to Luigi's
But,
Mansion 3. I'm a
yeah,
huge
this
fan of the
kind of
series,
knocked it out of
and I
the
look
park.
forward to being able to walk through this,
Realistically,
various levels
this
of
isn't
this
a...
spooky hotel with my sidekick
This
Luigi.
isn't
And the
the...
thing I'm actually really looking forward to is the
Oh,
new
what's the
Poltergust and
that's
its
the way to word
updated,
it?
capabilities,
The Nintendo
including the
Switch
slam
presentation
move.
isn't
It's gonna be a lot of fun. Killing-
it's not the
killing ghosts
king.
with-
It's not
killing
the
ghosts with
real
ghosts.
true
That's right.
overall
Ghosts with
winner,
ghosts.
in my
Yeah, I
opinion.
have
A
a
lot of
feeling
people
this
won't
game's
see
gonna,
it as the overall
suck up a
winner.
little bit of my time.
But for me personally, it's
That was a bad
basically the
joke,
winner.
sorry.
Mainly because
You know, one other thing I'm really
I mean,
excited about is
Animal
is
Crossing
what we
was
got on the
there,
floor here, and
Pokemon
that
was
is,
there,
Pokemon Sword,
Luigi's
Pokemon
Mansion was
Shield.
there, Fire
right. I
Emblem
think
was
this year
there.
is probably the
There's a
most space we've ever
remake
dedicated in
of
our
Secret of
booth to
Mana. There's a
Pokemon
3D remake
game.
of Secret of Mana
The booth
2.
looks fantastic.
That remains to be
I think we're
seen.
gonna go ahead and
There's
give
Link's
you a quick sneak
Awakening.
peek of that.
There
It's
is
themed on the water gym.
the
and what we've
collection
done is we have
coming
recreated
today
the gym leader battle
for
arenas. So
for
everybody
Secret
here
of
at
Mana.
E3 is gonna
The
get a
collection
chance
of
to
Mana is
play
coming
Pokemon
in
Sword,
English for the
Pokemon
first
Shield
time
in the
officially on Switch today.
environment
That
of the
alone
gym leader
is a
battle arena, and
winner
I think
for
that's
me.
gonna be really great for
That's a
them.
winner.
But
I
we have something
recommend
special
people
for
go back
everybody
at some
watching
point and look
live.
at my reaction
The
for
very
that
first segment
when it
on
was
Nintendo
announced.
Treehouse Live this
But
year at E3 is going to
for
be
me
Pokemon
personally,
Sword and Pokemon
there was
Shield,
enough
and we're gonna
in
give
this
people
that
a look
appealed
at a
directly to
much
me. Sure, I'm
bigger
going to love
part,
Cyberpunk
of that
2077
game. And I think that
on
the team
PC.
is
I'm
almost
going to
ready.
love other
So
stuff,
I'm
Halo
gonna
Infinite on
head
PC.
over
I'm going to
there
love
in just a
other
second,
stuff
and
on
we're gonna get
individual
that kicked off.
platforms. But
Fantastic.
there was so much announced
great.
today
Thank you, everybody,
in
for
this
watching, and stay
that even
tuned
if they're
for
not
some
top
Treehouse
tier
Live coming
titles
up
and
right
stuff,
away.
that a lot of
Thanks,
them
everyone,
appeal
for
to
viewing.
me
Make sure you
personally,
tune in next for
and
Treehouse Live,
that
and tune in
really
for the next 3
wins
days
it for
of
me
Treehouse Live.
anyway. So
We'll have
I'm
discussions
very
with
happy
developers
about that,
about
even
the
if
games
it's
that they're
not
building.
top
We'll give
tier
you some
stuff
sneak peeks at
from
some
all of
first
that.
play. And we really
Yes,
look forward
Nintendo
to,
did show the
giving you
least
a
amount of
chance
gameplay, probably had the
chance
shortest
to see everything that
presentation
we
as
have to
well,
offer
but
at
they
E3 this year. Thank you very
probably,
much.
with the exception of Microsoft, they probably showed
Hi
the
everyone,
next
welcome
amount
to
of
Nintendo Treehouse
games
Live 2019. My name is
because
Teresa.
they were
We're
brief,
here to kick
they
off
showed 1 or
the
2 minutes
first
each,
view of live
but
gameplay
they
of
showed a
Pokemon
lot
Sword
of
and
them.
Pokemon Shield. I'm
So-
here with our very, very special guest.
Who are they? Who's the special guest?
Mr. Masuda, who is the
Oh, it's from
game
okay,
producer.
Pokemon.
Mr.
Also, just
Mori,
before
who
we
is
go
the
here
game
as well, because
director,
they're all
and
holding
they're
them.
accompanied by
Team
David
Score
from the
Bunny.
Pokemon Company.
Everyone else
Thank
is
you very
wrong.
much.
Sobble
They
is
also have a little
get him
cameo
out of here,
appearances of Square
and
Bunny
I
through
even forget got like Grooty or Groot or whatever his name is. It's not even worth remembering. But
and then I'm also
Team Score
accompanied by
Bunny
Terry
all the way.
and Bill. who just cartwheeled.
So that's it for our Nintendo Direct presentation anyway. I'm very happy with what was shown off in it, even if it probably won't appeal to the masses as much as it appeals to me personally. But there was so much in it that I was happy for. So much in it between the big first-party Nintendo games, niche indie stuff, or niche third-party stuff like some of the Mana stuff too, as well as some of the Final Fantasy stuff, all that as well. Like I said, I'm not going to watch the Treehouse, so we are out. We're finishing up now. I thank everyone for joining me, hanging out, shooting the shit with me in the chat as always. Hopefully you got what you wanted from this. You got some announcements or whatever it was. I do want to throw a quick little mention in there that there was no Switch Pro, hint hint, shown off in there, as well as not even an allusion to it, or not even an allusion to some type of Switch Lite or Switch Portable exclusive or whatever it is, which is funny because all those rumors and all going around just got completely shot down. Anyway, I'm gonna go look around the internet and see how everyone is reacting and melting down to everything. I know I'm gonna go melt down to the Secret of Mana collection as I try over and over to try get it all day, because it is releasing today. And that's it. The Contra one will also be available today, hopefully on all platforms, not just Switch. But yeah, that's it. Thanks everyone, peace out. Hopefully you got your good announcements, and we done. And I can't even run my Switch thing today because it wouldn't be fair if I did it. But anyway, peace.